Many times when disaster strikes in a film, it's in one of the big cities like New York, Chicago, Miami, or Los Angeles that gets destroyed or invaded or whatever. But horror loves setting itself in that small, quiet, unassuming little town off the highway in the middle of Nowheresville, USA. While many of those films take place in a single remote location, sometimes entire towns are enveloped in whatever evil is going on. Before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Every new sub helps us achieve our goal and keeps us motivated to create new content. With that being said, I'm your host, Jamie, and here are 10 evil towns in horror films. Number 1, Derry, Maine. Derry, Maine has been shrouded in mystery and darkness since its beginning. As early as 1741, people, children, and adults alike have gone missing, never to be seen or heard from again. In the 1950s, children once again go missing with no clues to follow or suspects to be interrogated. A group of misfit children learn of Pennywise, the dancing clown, and begin to put the pieces together. These kids are the only ones who have witnessed Pennywise and lived, as they work together to face their darkest nightmares to bring the evil entity to its demise. Meanwhile, another group of people have returned to Derry for their annual hunting trip, when two of the men encounter a stranger who seems a little off. The stranger talks about the stars and an alien abduction. Thinking the stranger is intoxicated, they bring him to their cabin where an alien devours its host and the stranger and attacks the others. Their once normal hunting trip has turned into an alien hunt, hoping to save their hometown and everybody in it. The two big stories out of Derry, Maine only begin to peel back the layers of missing people, death, destruction, and the unknown. So take caution when heading to Derry. You may never know what's to come when visiting. Number 2, Snowfield, Colorado. In a small town in the Sierra Nevada mountains, mostly known for its ski slopes and resort, Snowfield is a town that was left to its own devices. When a doctor decides to return home with a friend, they find the town abandoned, leaving the friends to investigate what happened. As they search the town, they realize the residents of the town didn't leave of their own accord, and soon they begin to find bodies killed in very unique ways, making them question further of the events that happened leading up to their demise. Soon they learn of the legend of phantoms who come and take people of the town, killing those they don't need or are otherwise considered disposable. The old legend of the town quickly becomes its biggest suspect in doing anything it can to be heard. Are you willing to listen? Number 3, Castle Rock, Maine. Some places have horrible events that bleed into the land. Other places are just innately evil with no real reason. Take Castle Rock, Maine, for example, that has been the birthing site for aliens, ghosts, and evil animals. It's said that if you bury a pet in the local pet cemetery, it'll come back to life as if it never died. But things never come back from the dead the same way. Once lovable pets have now become the owner's darkest nightmare. Same as with a giant St. Bernard that became unbearably vicious to its owners. It even seems that there's demonic activity coming from the town as the local pawn shop doesn't care for money, but rather favors from its customers, ranging from simple, mundane, to all-out heinous and devious. Whatever you do, steer clear from this town as it may just take your soul. Number 4, Darkness Falls, Maine. In the town of Darkness Falls, Maine, there is a legend of a vengeful spirit willing to take and kill children who happen to look at her face. It all stems from the 1840s when a local woman was accused and killed for possibly killing some local children. As she lived on the outskirts of the town, the people of Darkness Falls went to her place and burned her alive. Now, over 150 years later, the legend is still strong and children still go missing. On a path to uncover the mystery, many people die, all because they went into the dark and saw the Tooth Fairy's face. She brutally kills anyone who takes the chance to look, but she cannot go into the light. It isn't until one child who's seen her face survived and left town, only to return years later, saving the residents of the town by bringing this legend into the light. Number 5, Haddonfield, Illinois. Halloween is normally a time when children dress up in costumes, pretending to be somebody or something else for a night, all in the hopes of getting as much candy as possible. However, in the small town of Haddonfield, Illinois, Halloween is the night where one killer comes out playing his game of cat and mouse. For 40 years, the killer has been out doing what he wishes, only to be caught and escaping every year. With the town wanting to keep the residents safe, it even put into law that Halloween was not to be celebrated. After some time, the town decided to part ways with the law banning Halloween and take part in the festivities that fall on this particular day. As soon as freedom was given to the residents again, the killer once again came out of the shadows, looking to continue his evil doings. Remember, sometimes evil doesn't die, no matter how much you try to chip it away. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Number 6, Shadyside, Ohio. During the 1660s, a young woman was hanged in the Union for suspected witchcraft, where she cut off her hand to maintain a grip on the town, making sure to strike a deal with the devil himself to never let a resident leave. In 1978, Shadyside became the town where nobody left. One of the founding families had pacts with Satan, selling the residents' souls so they could become a killer and massacre everybody in town. It slipped into a trend of an unsafe town to being fully inhabited by people throughout the years. Even at a camp, there was a massacre, in which case, the founding family once again stepped in, building a mall where the deaths occurred. After some investigation from others, they realized the founding family is in cohorts with the fallen angel and uncover who is next to be sold to the Prince of Darkness. It wasn't until 1994 when the curse on the town broke by ending the life of the final founding family member. But to this day, the town remains the center for the evil to take hold. Make sure to say your prayers before you enter the small town of Shadyside, Ohio. Number 7, Crystal Lake, New Jersey. Children can be assholes at times. Then you get them around their friends for a summer camp, it's gonna get worse. Then if there's a child with any kind of abnormality, I can guarantee those kids found their target. In the summer of 1957, a mentally challenged child was thrown into the lake, presumably drowned, leaving the mother to believe counselors were the reason for her son's demise. The next year, she returns to enact revenge on the two she believes killed her son. With such brutality, there's bound to be some energy left over on the land. 22 years later, the town wants to reopen the camp, but something sinister is lurking around, waiting for its chance to kill those who are neglectful and a danger to others, even though these victims are seemingly innocent. As the years pass, the killer lurks around, killing everybody in his path, and no end in sight, as this killer is far from mortal. However, you can always go visit Crystal Lake and take the tour before it gets dark on Friday the 13th. Number 8, Springwood, Ohio. In the 1960s, a serial killer roamed the streets of Springwood, Ohio, taking children, committing heinous acts, and murdering them, until the residents of the town figured out who it was and burned him alive. Once the killer is dead, he becomes a dream demon, making things of nightmares come to reality. Now plaguing the teens, they are left to figure out how to survive him, knowing sleep is a necessity. Occasionally, the teens are able to subdue him, but it doesn't last for long. He brings terror out into the waking world, making even the sanest person believe they're insane. Seeing a man stretch out beyond the normal abilities or being swallowed by a bed. There's even instances where he would kill somebody in their sleep or cause their murder, leaving the victim to die in real life. So, remember to sleep easy before Freddy comes to get you. Number 9. Gatlin, Nebraska. When a quiet farming town dubbed the nicest town in Nebraska has difficulties with their crop, the children decide to take matters into their own hands. They decide to kill all the adults, keeping the kids and returning to a simpler way of life. The crops slowly come back. The children let the government fade away from their lives, not needing anything the government could provide. They keep their belief in the deity hiding in the corn. The children were able to keep accurate records of dates of birth and death, with all the names tied to those dates. Nobody came looking for loved ones that ended all conversations or connections outside of the town. Even police avoided the area until one day, when a couple comes across the town. The children lure them into the corn and one escapes, leaving their guide to take care of the sacrifice and punishing the children to disappear at the age of 18 instead of 19. Life will continue on for the children of Gatlin, but beware when traveling, as you will not be able to escape he who walks behind the rose. Number 10. Silent Hill, West Virginia. 1974 saw the Great Fire of Silent Hill, West Virginia, which was caused by one of two things. Some say it was from a fire that started in the underground coal mines. Others say it's because they tried to burn a witch in a sacrificial room at the hotel. With both legends, it's easy to see how the curse on the land came to be, either from all the death that has happened due to the mine fire, or due to a witch wanting revenge. After the fire, the town became a ghost land, shrouded in a haze, almost as if it was still burning. Soot and ash fall freely from the sky, leaving those brave enough to enter to have some strange encounters. There's also the possibility that the visitors will stay in one universe, as 3 of them are parallel to each other, making an escape even more difficult no matter how hard you try to leave. So before you wander up the mountains of West Virginia, make sure to not enter the sleepy, deadly town of Silent Hill. Thanks for checking out the video. Did we leave any towns off the list? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to tap that bell icon to stay up to date with our latest releases. You can reach out to us on Twitter or X at StudiosFat, or chat with us on Discord, links below. We're also now on Blue Sky. You can find us at studiosfat.bsky.social, which will also link below. If you're really enjoying our content and want to help support us, click that join button for exclusive content, rewards, and perks. Make sure to check out our very own merch store located at fatninja.shop. All proceeds go towards our next film project, so we'd greatly appreciate it. I've been your host, Jamie. Thanks again, and see you in the next one.